This is Solid Shepard bringing you another video. And today we are looking at this little slideshow here. I was like, what do I want to do for my video today? I couldn't really decide, so I decided I'd just do some Google searches, see if I could find something, and I came across this slideshow. And if you're wondering where this is at, it's on WordPress.com. This person, Elk teaches. I don't know. We're going to see if she actually teaches or if she's into the whole brainwash thing. We shall see. But whenever we look at this gaming and gender, it already kind of sounds like some kind of feminist ideology and trying to be pushed into gaming. I could be wrong, though. Let's go ahead and see. Let's go in with an open mind and see what's going on here. We got 16 slides to get through. All right, stats. 47% of video game players are female. This is what we call stretching the numbers, manipulating the numbers to fit your narrative. As we all know, this number is far lower in reality. This statistic takes into account mobile games. And let's be honest, in today's world, pretty much every phone has a camera on it, and pretty much every phone has some kind of gaming kind of app that people can play on whenever they're at work and nothing's going on, or they're waiting in line somewhere, right? But as far as actual gamers who sit down and spend their free time to play on a PC or a console, not when they're waiting, not when they, it's there anyways. I mean, they are actually spending their free time. They are hardcore gamers. They're playing hardcore, dedicated games on a dedicated PC or console. That number is far lower. It's probably more like a quarter of gamers are female if you only looked into that group. It's definitely going to be lower than that number. Not saying no women play games are hardcore gamers. It's obviously false. That's not true. It's just far fewer women are actual hardcore gamers than men. You might be like, well, Solid Shepard, you play a lot of Dokkan Battle. Guess what? Well, that's not the only thing I play. I obviously play, actual hardcore games too. It's just a fun little thing, and I don't count that as a real game. I mean, if that's all you play is Dokkan Battle and the other gacha games, then you can't really call yourself a gamer because you're not really playing games. But most people who do play Dokkan Battle or in Dragon Ball Z and stuff also own a console and play other video games. So there's that. Okay, let's go into the next point here. 2.462 billion equals Australian total digital games industry value. Traditional retail and digital sales. Okay, so since they're going by traditional retail, they're not just talking about download games when they say Australian total digital games. They're just talking about non-tabletop games, so video games. They're using digital games as another word for video games. So they're talking about traditional retail plus digital sales. Yeah, the gaming industry is blown up. It's huge. I'm glad this slide is acknowledging that. It's quickly overtaken the movie industry. If you look at how quickly it's been rising over the last decade or so, it's quickly about to become the source of media that most people go to. Okay, we're going to the third bullet here. Greater than 100 billion equals world games market. Okay, it's just adding on to the other point there. 10% workers in game industry are female. Okay. Game industry is dominated by white men under the age of 45. I really don't understand why it has to be under the age of 45, but I guess. There's a reason for that, right? So I'm a hardcore gamer, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys listening right now are hardcore gamers. Are you going into the gaming development field? For some reason, I feel like most of you, I doubt it. So if women only make up about a quarter, we're basically guesstimating right now. We know it's lower than the 45%, but if women are in the minority, right, of hardcore gamers, we're just talking about hardcore. We're not talking about pulling out your phone and playing Candy Crush while you're in line. We're talking about you dedicate time to playing games because you love it. Women are already a small percentage, so then even smaller percentage of that, because not everybody that's a gamer is going to be going into the gaming field. They do other stuff. Gaming's a hobby of theirs, a very big hobby, but a hobby nonetheless. So only a fraction of men and women are going to be doing that. So if it let's go with the quarter women, quarter are women number, that figure. you're only going to have about 10 to 15%, like, if we're being generous, that are going to be going in, to this field. So that number kind of lines up, because people who just casually play in a line definitely aren't going to go into the field, and only a fraction of the people who are hardcore gamers are going to go into the field. I mean, I guarantee you, if you look at the number of men who play video games as opposed to the number of men who are in the game industry, it's going to be a small fraction of the people who play games, and that goes for women too. So that 10%, actually, it sounds bad, but it actually is kind of in line with reality when you really think about it. When you really take your logic into it and you take your feelings out of it, it kind of makes sense. 47% female gamers, and yet female game characters are overwhelmingly negatively represented. It's starting to feel like feminist frequency right here. Tropes versus women. Oh no. Bullshit. I hope they bring up some examples. But we all know this is bullshit. There are too few female main game characters. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna do it right now, but Top Hats and Champagne did a video where he brought his wife on, and then she basically scrolled through Steam, and of the games, and the tag was female lead protagonist, and there was I think there was 300 something of them. So bullshit. Female gamers are harassed. Yes, they are. So are male gamers. It's called gaming. It's called trash talk. It's what we do. It's what professional athletes do. Anytime you put yourself in a competitive environment, which games are competitive. If you're playing online, it's going to be competitive. You're going to get harassed. Anytime you're on the internet, you're going to get harassed. You think I've never gotten death threats or told I was a fucking idiot before? Look at some of my videos. Look at my video where I was kind of taking a dump on the Scorpio a little bit. I got a lot of flack for that. Whatever. When you have an opinion, you're gonna get flack for it. Women, it's not exclusive to women, and the idea that it is bullshit. Number 4, female game designers and developers are uncommon. No, they're not. If you look at the percentage of them, they're actually hardcore gamers. It falls in line. We already touched on that one on the last slide. So I'm calling bullshit on this so far. Female representation in games, damsel in distress. That's because the majority of people are playing as a male, or are a male, and they're gonna play a lead that fits them, kind of. And if you're a male, 90% of men are straight, white cis males, heterosexual. And what's the best thing? What's the best inspiration to get through a story? It's to save the girl, to get the girl. That's obviously going to be our base instinct. So that's a very good storytelling tool. It's not because the woman can't do it. I mean, if you look in the latest Zelda game, Zelda was fighting off Ganon for 100 fucking years by herself, like a fucking boss. And Princess Peach is a badass a lot of the fucking time, really. I mean, she has some cool powers. There's been instances where she's kind of taken care of herself. There was a Nintendo Power comic book, actually, that she was really took care of herself and saved Mario a few times. And yeah, I mean, there's plenty of them. Lara Croft is a total badass. She's not a damsel in distress at all. Just because it's a popular, storytelling mechanic, doesn't mean it's not a bad thing. Why is it a bad thing that you have a man that wants to save the woman, that respects her and loves her so much he wants to save her? I don't understand why this is seen as a bad thing. It doesn't mean that all women are weak. Although, retrospectively, if we want to look at this scientifically and factually, women are weaker than men physically. They are. We are, a sexually dimorphic species. On average, the men are far, taller, bigger, and stronger, and faster, and all that than the women are. It's just the way humans are. It's not saying women can't do things by themselves. I mean, it's just a fact of life. There are some women who are pretty strong. It's not like women can't get strong. It's just they gotta, you gotta work really hard to beat out nature in order to get there. In most cases. Okay, traditional gender roles, women as decoration. Okay, once again, I need some proof. I need some evidence here. I need you to bring up some examples. Because I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, there's plenty men as decoration too. I mean, anytime there's not a male character who is essential to the story, he's pretty much decoration also. I mean, that's just any NPC, pretty much. It's not exclusive to women. Sexual objectification. Oh God. Oh, I feel like Anita Sarkeesian wrote this. Revealing clothing and unrealistic body images. Yes. Yes, unrealistic body images. You want to know why? Do you want to know why? It's because we're playing a fucking video game. It's the same thing for men. You think I'm ripped as Batman? Fuck no. Of course I'm not. You know, the Conan the Barbarian games, you think I'm as ripped as Conan the Barbarian? Fuck no. I wish. You think I'm as in shape as fucking Geralt of Rivia? Fuck no. You think I got a perfect six-pack like fucking Commander Shepard, male Shep? Fuck no. But we're playing a game. It's fantasy. We want to be something greater than we are in reality. That's the point. To escape. We don't want to play. I don't want to play as someone, you know, is fat and ugly. I don't want that. Male or female. I don't fucking want that. Neither do women. Most women don't want to play as someone that looks just like them in real life. It's a game. It's fantasy. As far as the revealing clothing, I mean, not really. Sexy clothing, maybe. It's not like they're wearing thongs in a bikini. Well, except for Dead or Alive, but you know, that's an anime game in Japan. They kind of have a different view on these things. It's, you know, they're not all PC about it, so it's a little different. But most games, no, that is not the case. It might be sexy, but that's because sexy is good. Sexy is attractive, and once again, if I'm a woman, I would want to be playing as a sexy woman. You know, if I'm creating a character, I want it to be the most sexiest version of me that I've ever had in my head possible. Just like as a dude, I want to be the most badass fucking masculine motherfucker that's gonna fuck shit up that I could ever think of in my head. I don't want to be fucking timid, you know. I don't want to be a slouch. I don't, for all intents and purposes, I'm not saying I'm any of these things I just said, but I don't want to be me. And I don't want to be any other, you know, Joe Schmo that I meet on the street. I want to be something awesome. Okay, violence against women. Here we go. Decrease empathy for female violence victims. No. What? No, what? Name one game where it rewards you for killing a woman, or like where it's the goal to kill a woman because she's a woman, because they're female. It doesn't exist. I mean, no more so than the men. Even the games like GTA, which is your first example down there. Okay, let's go ahead and go through the examples. Grand Theft Auto. No, because you can kill men too, just as much as women. Assassin's Creed 2, you can kill men just as much as women. Far Cry 3, you can kill men just as much as women. The Witcher. What? You can't kill... I don't think I ever killed a single woman in The Witcher. I don't think... Because you can't kill NPCs in The Witcher. So this is already showing that this person has no idea what the fuck they're talking about. You don't attack women. There's some women that you save, but they're like fucking mages and shit, so they can take care of themselves too for most of the time. So that's bullshit. You did not do your research using The Witcher as a fucking example. Okay, then Red Dead Redemption. Once again, kind of like Grand Theft Auto. True, but you can kill men too. It's the same fucking thing. It's been a while since I played Red Dead Redemption, but if there is any missions where you're killing women, it's because they had it coming. It's not because in the storyline. It's not because they're a woman. It's because they're a person. I don't see. I see a character, and I see character development, and I see story. I'm not seeing I'm killing a man or a woman. Even though most of the time it's a fucking man, you kill way more men in these video games. Way more than you kill women. In The Witcher, you kill 0 women. You kill all men. I mean, there might be a few instances where Geralt might accidentally... for instance, there is that quest. I think it's in Heart of Stone. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I did it. I'm playing through it right now on my stream sometimes. Again... the whole game on my PC because I beat it the first time on the PS4. But there is like this water hag that was cursed with the spoons and everything, and you can either choose to cure it, lift the curse, or you can just kill it. And I guess it is a woman. Okay, you're killing a woman technically, but it's kind of a monster. But it rewards you if you save her. You get stuff. You get extra fucking stuff. So you want to save her, and also you just kind of don't want to be a dick. Like, I didn't want to be a dick. I went the extra mile, and I cured her. You don't have to kill him. And in all these... I'm surprised she didn't use the Hitman example that Anita loves using, but even in that game, you get penalized for killing the strippers, the women. So none of these are an example of anything that you're claiming right now. Next slide. Female game characters. Search female game character. Okay, I'm looking. Okay. It's got Lightning there. Lightning's not sexualized at all. They got FemShep there. She's not sexualized at all. I mean, Chun-Li is not sexualized at all. Bayonetta, I guess, but it's because her hair is her whole magical thing. But whatever. I mean, she's no less sexualized. She's no more sexualized than Dante was in Devil May Cry, especially in Devil May Cry 3 when he had that overcoat, no fucking shirt on, and you could see a six pack and shit. I'm sure women were drooling all over that shit. I mean, I guess Tifa, you could say that, but she's more sexy than she is revealing. It's not like she's wearing a thong or anything. Lara Croft in that picture there on the top row is completely covered, and so is whoever that other one is. Then you've got the Lara Crofts down here on the second row, but that is just to show like the difference, I think, between the ages or whatever. I think that second one, it's kind of a bad image. I think the second one is Lara Croft. I don't know who the chick with the black shirt and the gun is, but she is not revealing at all unless you consider her stomach showing a little bit. The one on the far right, I will agree that is a little bit naked, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily such a terrible fucking thing. Once again, there's instances of men being just as revealed. I have no idea what this is. Once again, Commander Shepard, and not revealing, and not revealing, and none of these are revealing. So what are you trying to get at with this picture? I really don't. Search male game characters. Okay. Well, if you look at the stealth suit right here for Snake, it basically shows off his fucking ass the entire goddamn game, right? If you look at Geralt, his armor perfectly contours his fucking body, and he's actually pretty much. The game starts off of him naked in a bucket that they used to use for bathtubs in medieval times. Just saying, that's how the game fucking starts off. He's an old dude, right? This dude's wearing a tight-ass fucking shirt so you can see all his biceps and everything. Then you have, I forget his name, from the fucking BioWare, not BioWare, Bioshock Infinite. Once again, Snake, wearing his tight-ass shit. Super muscular and unrealistic in the fucking, God damn, I never liked this game series. Y'all know what game that is. I'm drawing a blank right now. See, what I'm seeing here is, I don't know who that is. Is that Nathan Drake? I don't really remember. But Nathan Drake is definitely a sexualized male. Oh, there he is. He's definitely pretty much sexualized. He's one of the most sexualized characters there are. So, really look at this whole list, and these guys, they're no more, it's really no different. It's the male version of basically all the pictures of the females we just saw. Damsel in Distress, a plot device in which a female character... I love how they use Zelda here, too. You know what's great? This is perfect. Look at this. You know what game this is from, folks? You know what Zelda this is from? It's from Phantom Hourglass. You know what Zelda is in Phantom Hourglass? She can take over a suit of armor and fucking help you. She's not a damsel in goddamn distress. Yeah, you're trying to get her body back, but she's helping you the whole fucking time. Once again, evidence that this woman did not put any actual research into this. A plot device in which a female character is placed in a perilous situation from which she cannot escape on her own, even though this Zelda did. She helped Link to help her escape on her own. It must be rescued by a male character, even though God damn it. Sorry, I hit the back button on my fucking on my mouse. It's easy. It's fine now. God. There we are. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, that's what I get for not paying attention to what my fingers are doing down there on the mouse. Get your sexual innuendos out of my comment section. Anyways, where were we? Must be rescued by the male character. We already even said why that's bullshit, especially for the example given. Usually providing a core incentive or motivation for the protagonist's quest. Yes, trying to save the one you love, which is usually the case of what you're bringing up here. It's not really in Zelda usually, but it's because it's not because she's a woman. It's because she's the princess. She is the ruler of the fucking kingdom, and as a sworn knight or whatever the situation is for that specific Link in that game, he needs to save, the ruler. That's why, because she is a prominent figure. She's a very prominent figure. She is the most important person in the Kingdom of Hyrule. She's not just a fucking damsel, but okay, whatever. Same with Princess Peach, And really, you know what? Outside of those Nintendo games, I really can't think of it. And you got Samus Aran, who is the main character and is a fucking badass. You got Lara Croft. Like, when's the last game on PlayStation or PC or Xbox? Like the last big, AAA hit that used the whole damsel in distress thing as basically the driving force of the motivation of the hero. I can't think of any. Okay, moving on. Watch the Femme Freak at #tropes versus women vids. Even if you think you get it, the sheer tonnage makes misogyny seem newly appalling. Yes, it's because Anita lied in every single fucking video. That's why. You know what? I might do a a fuck tropes versus women thing now that Anita's done with it. I might actually just do response videos. I might start doing response videos and go through every single one of her videos. I mean, I know it's been done hella back, but you guys let me know in the comment section. You let me know if you think that would be interesting, if you would be interested in that. And me, one by one, going through each one of them, debunking all the fucking bullshit that she brings up. Anyways, next one. Only, because that's what I'd have to do. I'd have to do a whole fucking video series, because there's too much. Okay, only 6 games at E3 2016 event featured female playable characters. Main character, Mass Effect Andromeda Rider, Horizon Zero Dawn, which is like the best fucking console exclusive that's come out in forever. Dishonored 2, very high profile game. Recore, Bound, and Battlefield 1. Okay. I don't remember how many games were at E3, but something tells me. Remember that 10% number that she gave earlier? Remember that about women working in the gaming industry? And then remember how I speculated that there's probably only about 25% women who actually play games? And then so only about 10% of those people would be likely, if we're being generous, to want to pursue that as a career. Yeah. So this is probably, there probably wasn't more than, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I doubt there was more than 70 or 80 games that were brought forth. So once again, this amount of games kind of speaks to the demographic of the hardcore games who are playing these hardcore games on actual consoles and PC. I am just saying. So yes, of course, you shouldn't say only. I mean, there were 6 games at E3 that had women as the lead characters. I mean, come on. I know it's not really a great argument, like, come on, but still, like, come on. You use your head here. Oh, God. Ubisoft Assassin's Creed Unity, too much extra work. Yes, because you would have to create an entirely new fucking character model. You'd have to create an entirely new player skeleton, and because a woman's gonna move differently. She's gonna be shorter. She's gonna be sized differently. To make the gameplay work and not make it just be basically a reskinned version of the male character, there's a lot of work that would have to go through that. So yes, it is a lot of work. I don't think you understand how much work goes into developing a video game, right down to the character model. Not only do you have to do the character model, but you have to do the skeleton. You gotta animate all the movements. You gotta develop the skill set that character's gonna have. The whole fucking 9 yards. You gotta go through concept to develop the character. What the character's gonna look like. You gotta get the voice actor. You have to have basically record 2 sets of dialogue for an entire game's worth of a campaign, both with a male and a female, and that takes up a lot of fucking space in the game that could be used for other stuff on the disc. Okay, DICE, Battlefield 1. Female soldiers are not to the core audience of boys, risk alienating young male gamers. No. That's not the reason why. Nobody fucking said this. The reason why is because back whenever, in the day when Battlefield 1 is taking place in, women weren't in the military. If they were in the military, they were in support jobs. They were not on the front lines. So it would be inaccurate. It would ruin the immersion of the game. Anyways, next point. Nintendo, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Stick to original game plan. Okay. If Princess Zelda is the character, then what will Link do? That's a pretty good point. What would Link do? Would he get caught? You want a female? You want a female Link? Just because? Just because you've had enough of the male Link? Or do you want characters to be able to choose both? I mean, yeah. From most fans are used to Link, male Link. Link is a dude. He's an established character. Here's what you're asking. You're asking to change an established character that the fans love just for the sake of equality. This is exactly what Marvel Comics is doing, what DC has been doing, to a lesser extent. But they're basically replacing established characters with minorities just for the sake of doing it. And it's really pissing off a lot of the older school fans. There's no reason to do it. If there's no reason to do it, then don't fucking do it. Now, if you want more women in games, then create new IPs. Okay? I have no problem with Lara Croft as the main character. I'd be pissed if they try to make a male version of Lara Croft. In Tomb Raider, obviously, because that's what Nathan Drake pretty much is. But, he's his own thing. He's his own franchise. Bayonetta's fine, Once again, she's pretty much a female Dante from Devil May Cry. But guess what? She's her own fucking franchise. There's no problem with women in video games being leads. Where the problem that most gamers will have is whenever you take a character that they love, that they have known since fucking childhood, and you try to alter it just because my feels and my oppression. No, that's not okay. That's fucked. That's quite honestly fucked. Did 2 in a row. Not in the kitchen anymore? What? Not for young viewers. Jaw-dropping examples of online female gamer harassment, including violent threats. Microsoft responds after outcry on social media. Okay, let's check it out. Because why not? Captain Dr. Dan equals friend. RMP, random male player. Okay. Rifle has an adjustable stock on it. That's nice. Well, aren't you fucking special? I am, thanks for noticing. Shut that fucking bitch up. Okay, guys call other guys bitches too. Yo, stop being such a bitch. What?
Okay, you shut up, boy. Shut your mouth, girl, before I put my dick in it.
Once again, yeah, I mean, that sounds bad, but it's not really any worse than guys say to each other. I mean, I've heard females say, like, some terrible things to guy gamers, but you know what? It's all in fucking good fun. You know, if you're easily offended, don't fucking play video games. Don't go on online, rooms to play a game online. Don't do any of that shit, because it's gonna happen no matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna treat women special because they're women. We're gonna, no. You're gonna be treated just like one of the guys. Me, oh my god, shut up. Hey, you shut up, slut. Shut your mouth, girl, before I put my ticket. He's fucking joking, man. He's just having a good time. He's not actually threatening to put his fucking dick in your mouth and rape you. He's not actually threatening that. It's just like saying, hey, shut up, bitch. He doesn't actually think you're a fucking bitch. And that's if he's talking to another guy, if he says that. He doesn't actually think the other guy's a fucking bitch. He's just talking shit. Hello, fam. I was recently interviewed for 2 little projects. One was a BBC 3 documentary called The Dark Side of Gaming. The female's fighting back. It can be viewed via YouTube or stream. Okay. Additionally, a BuzzFeed article was released in conjunction with the doc. It's called What Female Gamers Want You to Know About Being Abused Online. Shut the fuck up. Everybody gets abused online. And the woman interviewed, including Lucy Gasser. Okay, I don't. Brianna Wu. Oh, great. Brianna fucking Wu. Please check them out and give mad props to the creators. No, let's not give them props for being little pieces of shit. Trying to censor just because they got little feelings. Let me get this straight, okay? I just want to get this straight right away. If there is an actual threat of a woman getting raped, like it's serious, I will be the first to her defense, okay? But when it's in an environment where people are like shooting each other on a fucking video game, it's just having a good time. It's just trolling around. They don't actually fucking mean it. It's no different than shit posting. Stop taking it so seriously. I sure as hell don't. I mean, I've had people on a couple of my videos say some serious ass shit to me, being rather disrespectful. But I got the fuck over it. It's the internet. And so far the example, like the example we saw up top up there, that wasn't being serious. That was joking around. She's the one who couldn't take, having a good time. It's just joking. They don't mean it. It's just words. And they're not even serious words. Hold on. Last year, I went through a breakup with my ex-husband. I split up with him in June, and my divorce was finalized in November. I could make a joke here about how things ended because I'm an uppity feminist who's just out to ruin gaming and fun for people. But the truth of the matter is that I was no longer able to stay married to someone who was deeply mentally ill and didn't respect me or our marriage. Oh, I like where this is going. It's all his fault, not mine. The divorce is honestly one of the best things that had happened to me in a very long time, and I'm grateful for every day that I move further away from that period of my life. Since then, my gaming has dropped off dramatically. It's easy to chalk it up to being much more busy in my personal life, as well as not really liking Call of Duty Advanced Warfare as much as it kills me to admit that. Another part of that equation is that I am not depressed anymore. When I was stuck in a failing and unhealthy marriage, I relied heavily on gaming as an escape from how dramatically unhappy I was. Gaming was one solid area of my life where I routinely felt good about myself and could interact with friends while having fun. I still love gaming and a part of me always will, but I'm not sure it will hold the same appeal for me in the future. I have a new boyfriend. He's amazing, also likes gaming, and has the best eyebrows you've ever seen on a human being. Quit objectifying men, you fucking feminist. And we do game together occasionally. I'm hopeful that when the new Call of Duty comes out this fall, I'll fall back in love with the genre. How about try some real games? First-person shooters are not the only fucking shit that exists. There are a few other upcoming / newly released titles I'd like to get my hands on as well. Okay, there we go. I got a little respect for you there. But for now, I'm just enjoying my newfound happiness. As for the website, I'm choosing to pay to keep it running. For this time being an archive, I may eventually move back to posting. Okay, so this must be the person who originally made the site. And she was like, well, I just went. It looks like she made it because she was going through a hard time. And then she wasn't going through a hard time anymore, and she realized that men aren't fucking evil. Looks like that's what happened there. Hard liquor, I can't stand it. I'd rather have a beer. Wow, do you suck dick? Don't really understand how that's pertinent to this conversation. It's just say no. I mean, do you know how many times I've been told, "Fuck, man, do you take it up the ass?" Like, come on. I don't. You know what? Give him benefit of the doubt. Let's listen to context.
Liquor, I can't stand it. I'd rather have a beer.
Wow. Do you suck dick?
I don't really understand how that's pertinent to this conversation.
But I have this general question to know.
You know, it really sounds like he was trolling. That shit don't sound serious at all. Yeah, I've had enough of this shit, man. This shit. What, really? I mean, this is the best you can come up with. Like, I really haven't found anything that was, like, serious. And even if it was serious, it's the fucking internet. It happens to everybody. It doesn't just happen to women. Do you think it shouldn't happen to women, but it's okay if it happens to men? Because, I mean, it happens to men all the goddamn fucking time. Look at any comment section on YouTube. Look at any game, online game with TeamSpeak. Anyways, let's move on. Females in IT. Why is it so difficult to encourage females to the IT industry? It's not. Women just choose not to go there. Cultural stereotypes, harassment at work and online, coworker negativity and bias. What? No, there's no stereotypes. You can do whatever you want. It's a fucking free country. And most of these other Western countries are also free countries. You can do what you want. It's just most women are going into fields that have to do with social justice or, you know, culinary, or a lot of them now are going into, you know, like business. They're going to business stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's not because they're not welcome, it's because they're just choosing not to. Just like most guys who play games don't choose to go in that stuff either. It's just there's so many more that it just seems that way when you look at how many men are in the industry as opposed to women. Okay, so now we go at hashtag Gamergate. Oh god. Threats towards Zoe Quinn, game developer. Quinn was doxxed and relentlessly harassed. Well, maybe that's because, okay, I know you believe in, lady who made this, I know that you believe in everything you heard. I know you believe it because I've read the rest of this shit so far. But the truth of the matter is, hashtag Gamergate was about the ethics in gaming journalism and proving them because they were bullshit. And the whole Zoe Quinn situation is what tipped it off. It's what really made shit go over the edge. And you want to know why? It's not because she was a woman. Okay? It's because she developed a game and slept with people who worked at Kotaku, Polygon, and other, you know, gaming journalism establishments so that they would give it a good score. And why is that important? That is important because gaming, especially for someone from me who is pro gamer and pro consumer, gaming is a very expensive hobby. We want to be sure that we are making the right purchase. We want to hear what the game has to offer us. And if motherfuckers are being dishonest to us and we waste our money, that's not fucking cool. That's fucked. That's what Gamergate was about. And Zoe Quinn was a piece of fucking shit who was one of the people who were the core problem. She was the poster child of why this shit is fucked. She deserved it. Now, any death threats, no one deserves to fucking die. I'm not saying she deserves to fucking die. But the shit she got, oh, she earned it. She fucking earned it. She wasn't innocent. She earned that shit. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So, feminists, left, the really hardcore liberals, please stop slandering Gamergate. Because it was a noble cause, and it wasn't about hating women. Part of it had to do with hating this specific woman, but it's not because she was a woman, it's because what the fuck she did. Next slide. The Smurfette principle. Okay. This just proves to me right here that she never even watched the fucking Smurfs. Like, she doesn't even understand what Smurfette is. There's a reason why she's the only female. There's literally a story reason why she's the only female. Female game developers. James McGonigal. Also, what do the Smurfs have to do with video games? Like, I thought this was supposed to be something just on video games. What do the Smurfs have on video games? Okay, Jay McGonigal, inspirational female in IT. Why? Because she's a female in IT? Any female can do that. They just gotta get the right education. Pick the right career path. That's it. That's literally it. They literally have the same hurdles as men. The exact same hurdles. Robin Hunick worked on Journey and now co-founder of Funamina. Sure. Laments that media questions revolve around her gender and not her work. That's because of feminism. That's because people are gonna be like, hey, how is it being a female in this thing? No man ever asks that question. It's only women. Only women ask that question. No man wonders, hey, a man's just like, hey, you're pretty good at doing this. It's literally the reason why she probably gets asked that question all the time is because of feminism and is because of women. It's not because of men. Stop blaming us for fucking everything. Lisette Tidri, I hope I said that right. Game designer and art director. Okay, there's a lot of women who are good at art. I wish more of them would, use their skills for games. Elizabeth Sampat. Before I read it, I really hope this isn't. Oh, she has 2 first dude names for her last name. Award-winning game designer, Subway Surfers, Plants vs. Zombies 2. Okay, I'll give you that. And Ghost Recon and more. Okay. So she is proof that you can succeed in the industry a lot, very well, and being a woman has nothing to fucking do with it. Imagine what if No Man's Sky was developed by female game developers. Well, I mean, if they still would have had the same exact vision, if it would have still been No Man's Sky, it still would have been fucking shit. It had No Man's Sky not succeeding has nothing to do with the fact that men fucking developed it. Like, what the fuck? What kind of straw man is this? What is this? What is this point? I don't understand what you're getting at. What, No Woman's Sky would have been fucking... No, it still would have been shit. Because it was fucking No Man's Sky. What the fuck? There are plenty of men, way more men, who are revolutionaries in the business. Let's look at Hideo Kojima. I mean, let's take the same example. Imagine what if No Man's Sky was developed by Hideo Kojima. It would have been probably would have been great. If any other great male minds who were on it weren't lazy like these fuckers and weren't liars like these fuckers, then it would have been great. Let's go back real quickly. If Elizabeth Sampat would have fucking been in charge of it, if all of these people would have been on it, I'm sure the game would have been fucking great. It has nothing to do with the fact that these are men and these are women. It has to do with the passion of the individuals. I guess that's you pretending that you know something about gaming because you're at a gaming event. I don't know. I guess. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought about this video, about the slideshow, and we will discuss it in the comment section down below. As always, this has been Solid Shepard. Until next time, I should go.